Welcome to the Phlarpin Podcast. Phlarp stands for Park Hills Live Action Role Players. We are a medieval fantasy-themed LARP group that engages in unscripted combat against each other using padded LARP weapons and a shared combat system. We operate out of Park Hills, Missouri every Sunday from 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. It is our hope here at the Phlarpin Podcast that through the utilization of this platform, we can expand on the ideas and suggestions taken from our players in order to maximize player retention and to expand our player base. The Phlarpin Podcast is made possible by support from our players and listeners like you. If you would like to support us, please visit our Patreon where you can do so for as little as $3 a month. Also, any engagement on our YouTube or Facebook pages is much appreciated, and thank you for listening.
Welcome to the Phlarping Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon Frazier or Daveen Alwyn.
And I'm Jessica or Mercer Stitch.
And I'm North or Jason Smith.
All right, where are we starting today?
At the beginning.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the very beginning?
Yeah.
Starting at about 6:31.
That's not what I meant, but I've got the recap here. You want to start with that? Just kind of mix it up? All right. So we started with the last man standing.
How'd that go? I wasn't there, so.
Well, doesn't mean you can't talk about it. I'll talk about it.
Let me guess. let me guess who won.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I don't know who all played.
I played.
I'm pretty sure Heston was in there somewhere.
That's true.
Did you play?
I did.
You were probably in there somewhere.
Probably. Whoa.
That was me. That's me. I'm making adjustments.
So probably.
Was Valnir there today?
He was?
Was that the only three people I need to name?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, what's the order, though?
Ooh, that's tough. It's never the same.
I know. So what was the order?
I'm gonna go Heston, you, and then Valnir.
So first, second, third?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Dang.
Heston was in third. Congrats
okay.
to Heston for placing top 3 again. He does it every time. He's actually pretty decent as a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Second place was Valnir.
Pretty decent as a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's a good flarper, you know. But I think he's hit his stride as wizard.
It would be hard to place all the time as a wizard.
Yeah, and he's doing
You
it.
have to use your abilities very carefully.
So
right.
That was last man standing. And, this is important.
So who got first?
I did.
Oh, okay.
But let me tell you what happened as we were walking off. When I went to go fight Rand didn't have any legs left.
Well, Rand's dead, so.
You're right, Valnir. I do that a lot. I did it today, too. When I went to go fight Valnir at the end for whoever got first place, he didn't have any legs, which basically just meant I win. You know?
Oh, is that what it means?
I mean, I got to hit his leg. That's it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like staring at the top of his shoulder for like a while and then act like I'm going there, but really just slid under his shield and his leg.
Yeah.
But that's not the important part. The important part is we start to walk off. And North decided to make the comment that the only reason I won last man standing is because Valnir didn't have any legs.
Is that true?
No. And it set me off real nice right there in the middle of the battlefield. I was yelling at him.
So you had a tantrum?
Yeah, basically.
Did it make you feel better?
A little.
Okay. Did you have a rematch to prove you could do it?
Later on, maybe.
Oh.
You know? Maybe when he was a zombie, maybe.
Maybe.
We also might have fought quite a few times in campaign there at the end, but we had them outnumbered, so they didn't really have a chance, you know?
Anybody get kidnapped this week?
No. Did we have any kidnaps this week? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Any cool RP?
The other problem with that is we've never actually had a kidnapping. We had an adult napping.
Yeah. Sometimes I fall asleep.
Yeah. But no kidnaps. So that was last man standing, though. Then we fought in Jailbreak after that.
Yeah.
And it just says Valnir's team won twice, but I'm pretty sure on Valnir's team was... I don't remember. Never mind.
Whoa.
Do you remember who was on Valnir's team during Jailbreak?
That one
No.
guy and that other person?
Torvald was one of them. I'm pretty certain. And I don't know about the other one.
Well, either way, congrats to them.
Congrats
for
to
winning
the
twice.
team that's apparently just Valnir team. I'm sorry about that. Pandemic Panic.
Yeah.
We did we played Pandemic Panic, obviously, and the first time I started as a zombie.
Yeah.
Agama started as a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies won. Okay, that was the first game. The second game, Heston was a starting zombie. And Jonathan Trapp was a starting zombie. And I was the only surviving hero.
You know, you're not sounding very humble on this one.
You're making me read it. Right? If somebody else would step up and read it, it wouldn't look so bad.
I don't have it.
It just gets worse.
Oh, wow.
So then we fought hard in Chain of Fools.
Yeah.
And Aridin Apora finished third.
Congrats.
Valnir finished second.
Good job.
Daveen finished first in that event as well. You know what I'm saying?
You going to be able to fit your head through the door when you leave?
Probably not.
Wow. I mean, congrats. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Just because I fought well doesn't mean I'm like being braggadocious about it. It's what's here.
I don't know. I just got to beat crap.
No, it's fair. And also, Valnir did make sure to tell me after Last Man Standing that he went out of his way not to use any abilities on me because I don't have any. And I was like, well, you shouldn't have done that, you know? But I did appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was a nice. It was
of
a
him.
nice move from him.
Yeah.
Especially having no legs, I would have used everything I had. You know.
Me too. I'm not that nice.
I'm really not either. People have got me, like, mislabeled. I think, you know, I'm a big mean person.
Yep.
Like when you kicked Heston's axe away from him.
You know what's funny though? I did do that. So I don't remember what event. It might have been during Minion, which was the last event. I basically fought Heston. I killed him. And he was like, oh, you know, for Valhalla, and like went down or whatever. And he had his axe in his hand. And I like know it's a thing that in order to get Valhalla, you have to be holding onto your weapon. Like that's a thing that they've talked about, whatever. So I kicked his axe out of his hand. But then I felt bad about it. So I went and picked it up and put it back in his hand. So maybe that just tells a little bit too much about me as who I am. You know, I can do mean things, but then I immediately feel bad about it.
It happens.
Anyway, Roford won Minion. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing you guys did today?
That's it. I mean, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty busy all day. I think we stuck with the timers a lot better today and gave people like time to breaks in between and then started the next game. And I tried to explain things, although in one of them, I accidentally didn't explain how to play it until after we had kind of gotten out there.
Yeah, but it was only a couple of minutes. It was okay. But yeah, it was a good day, I thought. It seemed when we first got there that it was going to rain all day. Like it immediately started raining as soon as we got there. But it didn't last super long, which was nice. And I thought that even though it was a little bit chilly, like it was like perfect LARP weather, I thought. So
Yeah.
and then it kind of started to try to rain again as we were leaving, but throughout the day it pretty much didn't.
Yeah, I never got like completely soaked or anything.
Yeah, I didn't either. So that was good.
I'd much rather it be just slightly cooler. Because when you're running around and stuff and getting all hot, like, you can always put more layers on, but when you get super hot, you can only take so many off.
That's true. I actually, for the most part today, was pretty much fine. I was actually hot most of the day because I had a hoodie on under my my gear. I like kind of like layered up, and I really wasn't cold until I pulled that hoodie off at the end of the day, and I was sweaty underneath. And so then like the cold from the
wind,
sweat and stuff, I was like, ooh, that's a little chilly. But overall, weather was great today. I thought.
I
So
agree.
that was a recap.
Sounded like it was a good day. Was there any cool role play or anything I missed?
It's always cool role play.
Near the end of the day, like he was saying, we went out and campaigned and basically cornered and fought, and they fought back. I mean, they did.
They did a good job.
They killed us a few times. All of us, like, wiped us all or whatever.
Fangs. It was four
we fought
members
the
of the
Fangs.
Fangs.
Yeah,
It was Valnir, Raven Shadow Weaver, Trinity, and Heston, Iverson, basically holding off everybody that was there for the most part. I mean, they did a good job.
And they kind of tried at one point. Valnir tried to like get them to kind of turn on me a little bit, and
Yeah.
You're lucky. You're lucky. I had your back, but
I would not have.
That's
and
fair.
I did walk like past some of the heroes to give them the opportunity if they wanted to
None of them
betray
did
me
it.
or whatever. But yeah, they all were cool about it.
Well,
So.
I mean, the important thing is, I think here is to realize that we all have to rally together in order to take on the Fangs. The Fangs are very strong right now, and unless everybody rallies against them, which I think is what they wanted, there's no chance of us beating them. It has to be everybody,
Yeah.
which is impressive for them. And shout out, like the clan is being run correctly, and it shows. They've got a lot of strong members, and it takes almost everyone else to put up a fight against them.
And at first it was just Heston and Valnir, and then Valnir called to Raven to get his stuff on, and then Trinity showed back up. So then all four of them were there. So in the beginning they were pretty outnumbered.
Yeah, we were kind of kicking their butt at first, and then once Raven got involved, it was a little more fair, and then once Trinity got in, it was like pretty much even, really. So, but it was a good time.
They do have a full clan, and they have several veteran players. So, like the other full clans that we have, you know, they have several new people or people that haven't been playing as long. So, with the extra veterans in their clan, it makes it more difficult for newer people to beat them because they've been doing it for years.
That's true.
It's not really that anybody else can't be that good. They just don't have as much practice under their belt.
It's fair. And I'll also say this too. I think certain people are kind of mistyped or miscasted. Like, I think for the most part, people believe that Trinity is like really, really good with his polearm, which he is. That doesn't mean he's bad with anything else.
True.
He's actually a pretty good dual wielder. He gives me fits when I'm fighting him with a shield. So, you know, I think some of those guys are maybe better than people realize. All of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I've seen Heston use a shield and a sword, and he does just as good as he does with the staff. Like,
yeah, he's good.
you know,
He's just a good fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he could pick up almost any weapon and be somewhat successful with it.
I think they're all kind of like that, though. I mean, like Raven switches it up sometimes. And
True. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, they're all fairly athletic. They're all going to do okay with whatever weapons they're using, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But there's other players out there that are like that, too.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
I can pretty much pick up most weapons and be okay, but I mean, I feel like you're still going to have like your bread and butter, whatever you're good at. Like I feel with North, it's probably his dual wield. I feel pretty comfortable with a shield and sword, which is kind of unfortunate for where the game's going, but
I did use a shield in that last part when we were doing that roleplay.
Did you
thing.
like it?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, a lot of it, you know, there's stuff that I don't know as well, basically,
Sure.
but there was a few hits that I was blocking pretty good with it, so.
yeah. And I think the shape of the shield matters. I think
You don't like how my elbow sticks out of that one,
yeah.
that longer one.
I'm not a huge fan of the shape of that shield either. I mean, it's better than nothing for
Right.
sure, but I like those big round shields. But the other problem with that too is there's no way I'm dodging a packet.
Right.
So I couldn't tell you over the past 2 months how many times, and Heston could probably tell you, Heston's probably hit me with web 100 times in the last 8 weeks, you know? It's like almost impressive. But also, it's smart on his part. Web me and get out of there, you know? That's what I would
Yeah.
do.
True.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had stuff like that. So I can throw the hammers. Like, I've gotten better with those. I'm probably better with that than I am with the swords. But I'm not fast. I can't run away.
Yeah, I don't run away, which is my problem too. So I think people that are fast and can run away from a situation like the little rogue types like Arno and a Darius, like they have an advantage where they can get out, reset. If I
Right.
have a group of 6 coming to me, I'm not running from them. I'm going to have to fight them and probably die. Like that's, you know what I mean? I just like physically am not going to be able to run away from them.
I just roleplay it real crazy. I'm like, oh, as I'm running away.
What do you like?
What was that noise?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
It kind of like reminded me off of something like off of Mario or something like one of the ghosts or something maybe.
Yeah.
Am I just talking crazy?
If that's what you're feeling, I don't know. I didn't hear it, but
Whoa! That's what I heard.
Pretty accurate.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Now, what are you guys thinking here?
And I guess we didn't have a total head count for today.
No, I could guess, but I would be guessing, so I don't think we should do that.
Okay.
I mean, there was a good amount of people considering the weather. You know, it was a little chillier. People still came out.
Probably 25 to 30 people.
That's
or
what I
something
would have
like that,
guessed. Yeah, but
Did we do a patrol today?
no. There was nobody new today that wanted to participate in fighting, though we were told after the day basically that there's somebody that might be wanting entering as like an NPC. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with them not fighting if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
I even tell them like, hey, this is probably going to be a lot better role for you once we go to property.
Right.
But in the meantime, yeah, feel free to be here, collect XP. If you decide you want to fight, we'll show you how, you know.
I think there's room for all kinds of levels of involvement.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially once we go to property. I think things change a lot once we go to property.
I agree.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot more things that we can do. Like if somebody wants to be an NPC, well, there's shop opportunities out there. That's something that we really don't even have now. So, but anyway, yeah.
So what do we want to do next?
Well, we could go to Daveen's Corner. I feel weird, like, hyping up my own segment, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something.
Do you want me to give you a high five so you don't have to high five yourself?
Maybe.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
Thought he was going to leave me hanging. Dang.
No, I wouldn't do that. I might. We'll talk about that later. Okay. All right. I got a couple jokes today.
Okay.
They're both a little spicy. One's a little spicier than the other.
Okay.
What did the left pussy lip say to the right pussy lip?
No, I don't know.
Any guesses?
No, I have no idea.
We used to be really tight until you let that dick come between us.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. All right. That was the
I think
first
that's
one.
the spiciest one.
It's pretty funny, though, yeah?
Yeah.
We have definitely surpassed the dad jokes.
I mean, to be fair, I was asked to tell dirtier jokes.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
Just giving the people what they want.
I'm doing my best. Okay. This one's a little
You
longer.
asked for this.
This one's a little longer, but like it's worth it. Okay.
Okay.
Let me work on my delivery in my head. Okay, we're good. All right. A guy walks into the pub and sees a sign hanging over the bar which reads, cheese sandwich, $1.50. Chicken sandwich, $2.50. Hand job, $10. Checking his wallet for the necessary payment, he walks up to the bar and beckons to one of the three exceptionally attractive blondes serving drinks to an eager-looking group of men. Yes, she inquires with a knowing smile. Can I help you? He said, I was wondering, are you the one who gives the hand jobs? She purrs. I am. He said, well, go wash your hands. I want a cheese sandwich. And that was Daveen's Corner.
Funny.
It's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
It was not going where I expected it to. at
No.
all.
Yeah.
It was a good-
Subversion. Yeah.
That's kind of the whole, the
Why
joke.
It's funny. Right.
Haha.
Yep.
Anyway,
Good job.
thanks. Appreciate you.
Good job.
Yeah. Thanks twice.
You want to do these next?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Let's do
Are
those.
these the ones we're reading?
Are we passing them out? What's going on here?
Not those.
Oh, okay.
Did you look at this thing that has my name all
No,
over it?
I haven't even read it.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, I'll read some of these while you
Two of those. I
proofread
have
that.
Great day. This one says great day, great win, Roford.
Agreed.
Good job, Roford.
Yeah.
Shout out. I know I
Awesome.
kind of did that already, but it was pretty cool.
This one says, the change to wizard needs to use both hands to keep stunning someone. Makes it almost impossible.
Needing to use both hands.
Oh, yeah. Needing to use both hands to keep stunning someone makes it almost impossible to kill someone because they speed count.
We'll get into that in a minute. Can we address that one at the end?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I know what that's about. I was there. I was over the top of it. So I can address that.
Okay.
Let's just get this one out of the way because I agree. And also this was addressed. If you were there, you saw that. We don't need to talk about who it was or anything like that, but I do agree with this. It says it shouldn't need to be said, but be respectful for other people's weapons. Getting mad and throwing loner weapons is uncalled for. I agree.
I agree too. You can read that one. This, and then there's another one here that kind of goes with the other one. It says people need to stop speed counting. And then, but we have to, you can kind of address that together with the other stuff. And
That's why I was waiting until the end, but it's okay. You get
Okay.
It's already out there.
Okay. Yeah, and then this one says, if you don't know how an ability works, just die when hit by it and ask later. That is literally how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
If you get with an ability and you don't know what it does, nope, we're not going to pause the game to explain to you how the ability works. You're dead. I don't care if you're in last man standing, anything. If you don't have a crown on where you can ignore a hit or a ability and you haven't looked it up, no one wants to stop the game and explain it to you, especially the person who cast it on you, and they're going to keep acting like you are going to react to it. So if they're stopping to try to explain it to you and then they get stabbed in the back, they're getting killed for no reason, whenever they might have pulled the ability off properly. So if you don't understand how ability works, you get hit with it, die, and then ask a marshal.
Right. That's fair.
I feel like we go over that every week.
Yeah, I also feel like this was in reference to like the same.
And I don't know how else to do that. That's literally the only way I know to do it.
This was all the same issue, by the way. This was all the same fight.
Is that, you want to read that last one?
Oh, yeah.
And then we can,
This one says, make the hole bigger.
even bigger.
It's in all caps.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to make the hole bigger, but you can keep putting these in there. I kind of like the running gag, so.
Yeah, that's fair. So this one is kind of long. I'm going to read it, though, and it does say, Daveen, please read. Daveen, please read.
Okay.
Okay. Why it says Daveen, please read, we may only know. But here we go. I am sick of the mushrooms. They are trying to kill me and give me mad cow disease. I need someone to save me. I will give someone a copper for it. Today was a great day, but it was kind of cold. And then it says jokes with an underline. A cow in an earthquake is called a milkshake. Okay. Okay.
Solid joke.
Okay. Well, no. It's a liquid joke.
Okay. Viscous.
Okay. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? This is actually kind of funny.
I don't know.
Because they lactose.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah, good
to
job.
whoever submitted that. That was funny. That was good. Was that the last one?
Just to go over these, but yes, that was the last actual.
Oh, yeah. So,
Think about that.
agreed, people need to stop speed counting. This could also be in reference to jailbreak. There were people kind of speed counting today. But also, because of how our counting works in jailbreak, I'm more okay with it in jailbreak than I am in other events. Like if you're looting someone, don't speed count. But you have to be like, oh, if I'm freeing north, for instance, and I have to say freeing north 1, freeing north 2, freeing north 3, it is enough to say that I feel like you could speed count that if you want. But that's just my take on it. But also, stop speed counting. It's not the point of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, when you go to commit to a cast or to a, whatever, if you get hit by something, expect to die and just count it slow or whatever. Like, count it normal. Don't,
yeah.
I know there might
Or
be an
be
urge.
prepared to end the cast.
If it's something you can walk away from,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, don't try to hurry up and do it just to get it done before they get to you. Just stop and run.
So I did see some
Stop
speed
and run.
counting today during
Chain of Fools.
not turning to fools.
Oh, okay.
During jailbreak, but I didn't really have an issue with that. So that's just my take on it. But in anything else, basically in anything else, stop speed counting. I think that's fair. Because the whole point is we have specific times for specific abilities and stuff based on how powerful they are. So if it's a powerful ability that summons some kind of construct of some kind, it's going to take longer to summon that than it would take for a wolf or something that's like one hit. So you need to honor the time that's asked of you to do that. And if you're not doing that, you're ruining the game.
Right, you're making the game not properly balanced.
As far as this goes, I do have a question real quick. So when it comes to counting, let's say you're a wizard, I'm a warrior, and you stun me or you root me or what's the word? Slow me. You slow me.
Okay.
Am I required to count to the 10 or are you counting the 10?
You are required to count to 10. If I slow you, you're required to count to 10 because in a lot of these abilities, they're not doing this. But at the end of a lot of the abilities, they're supposed to say a number. Like I think Brittle Bones has a 10 at the end of it. You say Brittle Bones 10.
Okay.
So that if you get hit with Brittle Bones, you can think, oh, I know what Brittle Bones does. 10, that means it's 10 seconds of me being affected by this thing. And then you're supposed to count it, not the other person.
Okay. Not the person that casted it, but the person that got it casted on. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, then I don't really have a great answer for this except for you can just continue to stun the person that you have stunned and just kill them. So have a magic stone or your axe or whatever, whoever this is, have another way of killing them quickly so that their speed count doesn't matter. If you have to sit there and tap them 1,500 times, although it's annoying, don't do it where it's hurting them, but that is a mechanic of the game. So if that's an issue where you're worried about someone coming out of your 3-second thing, just continue to touch them with your staff until you kill them. I don't know what else to say about
Well,
it.
we were saying that basically when you use a staff, you can only have one hand. You got to have both hands on it when you're attacking. So you got to do the stun with both hands. And then you can't take a hand off and then just keep them stun locked while you get your thing out to kill them.
So how do you kill them then?
You do it fast enough to kill them before their 3 seconds is up. Like it shouldn't take more than 3 seconds to get something out and kill them. However, if they're speed counting I'm not opposed to the idea of turning it up to 5. A lot of other things have been turned up for that reason.
Okay.
So that it's just a little bit easier, but I'm not going to change it back to, I don't, people don't like it that way either. Like maybe it might be better for the people wielding it or using it, but the people that are getting hit by it are okay with that window of opportunity to, otherwise the person can just sit there and stun them over and over and over and over and over, and it becomes like a kind of a unfair, basically. Like the fairest compromise I could come up with was,
I mean, you say that, but if it was a lethal weapon, they would just be dead.
True.
So I don't understand that logic. I would rather sit there and be stunned 50 times, hoping that somebody shows up to interrupt it, rather than just be dead, personally. But I also, it is what it is. I think, so what we're saying basically is that we'll keep an eye on it, and if it continues to be an issue, that we'll possibly change the time or something else.
I'd like to start with that and see if that works.
Yeah, that's fair.
Turn the time up to like 5 seconds.
So we're not ignoring this, but also we need to make sure it's enough of an issue to make a game change, I think, right?
Right.
I also think, too, that whenever you have abilities that take counts, like even stun, whether it's 3 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever, if you throw that number out there after you cast it, even the people that don't understand how the ability works, it gives them the clue that, hey, I need to be affected by this for 10 seconds
That's
or
fair.
whatever, even if they don't do anything other than just completely stand still for 10 seconds. At least they're not reacting in a negative way.
That's true. I will also say this too, and this is not a shot at anybody, but there's 2 things that I want to bring up. The first thing is I think that this stuff is talked more about than anything else because we have one wizard. It's abnormal.
We have 2.
Okay. We have one wizard who fights regularly. You don't see it that much. So when it happens and you're sitting there getting stunned on repeat, it's annoying, right? But I don't think that they're thinking in their head, okay, if this was a lethal weapon, I'd just be dead.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just thinking this is a really annoying mechanic. But the reality of the situation is you're only experiencing that because you don't deal with it very much.
That opposed to being dead.
Yeah. And the other thing I have to say too is for the possible wizard who wrote this is also make sure you're saying those times at the end of your cast, because whenever I'm webbed, I know how long, but someone else may not. So typically you're just saying web, not web 10 or slow 10. You're just saying slow, web. That's not the correct verbal. So make sure you're using the correct verbals.
Right.
Because some of those things, the amount of time changes depending on your level.
Yeah, and it depends on the ability too. Some abilities have longer things than others. So
Right.
if somebody tells me web and they don't give me a time and I don't know, I mean, I'm probably just going to count to 10 and it is what it is. You should have told me how long in your cast.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's fair.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made that that you would almost have to say the verbal is according to the rules. I mean, it's kind of like what you said earlier, to not break the game, you kind of need to say the entire verbal.
Yeah, I have to know how long I'm supposed to do whatever. Yeah, I agree. And I'm not saying that this person doesn't ever do it. I'm saying I've noticed them not doing it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all. I think there's room for improvement on both sides there.
Right.
All right. And that's the suggestion box.
That's it.
So we did recap, Daveen's Corner.
Yeah.
Is it time for
Norse
feedback
responses.
frenzy? Oh, okay.
Oh.
You literally asked me if I changed
Okay,
it.
well, let's do it again. Can we do it again?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Norse feedback frenzy.
Sorry, I was distracted. Okay.
You want help?
No, I got it. I got it pulled
That's
up.
my running gag now.
This
Just
is
so you
my
know.
first. Oh, was to ask if I want help?
Yeah.
Okay. This first. So the question was, who is your favorite musician?
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Musical
Mhm.
artist.
Mhm.
And what class would they be?
I actually forgot to comment on this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I did too. I did not.
You guys are slackers.
That was the first one.
Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so our first comment comes from Pius, and I think I get these backwards, so I'm actually reading like the.
Yeah, I get them in
soonest
a
one.
different order, but
Right,
that's
right.
okay.
I could start down at the bottom.
You don't have to read them however.
Okay. So the first one says Christopher, this was from Pius, and his choice is Christopher Powell's from Sandy Switch,
Nice.
which I think is cool,
That's-
which is another player of ours.
Yeah, but
So-
it's not a fictional character.
No, but
No,
it
it's
was
a
a
musician.
musician.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You're right. I was
Right.
2 weeks back.
Yeah.
Did I comment on this?
I did
Probably
not.
not.
I did. Okay.
And it says, and although I think he's good for any class, I definitely think he should be a bard when it's unlocked. Pious Price. Oh,
And he
man,
put the
we
laughing emoji because he knew that he went against what we said.
by picking bard.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the only one.
That little turd. Who else did it?
No, maybe not. Maybe they didn't do it. I did answer this one. Wow, cool. Okay.
This guy
I'm
doesn't
awesome.
even know what he does, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, yesterday me, or whatever. Yesterday's me, whatever. Anyway, the next one comes from Wilhelm. It says, Disciple. Is that a band?
Maybe. Probably.
Okay. And it says Holy Paladin. So I guess Disciple and Holy Paladin.
Is Bard a class in Phlarp yet? It's not.
That's what I thought he was saying Bard, but he
I
was
feel
just
like the people
asking.
that are talking about Bard maybe didn't watch the whole podcast and they just took context clues from
you
the
think so?
comments to put their comment in there.
Hey,
Maybe
that's
they
the
were just
system we
asking.
created, so.
So to answer his question, no, Bard is not in
It's like
Phlarp.
partially
But-
unlocked when we go to the property, maybe. I don't know how that works exactly.
Right, but it's been partially developed up till like 5th level or something like that. There are abilities, there is mechanics to it, there are like
Which were cool.
rudimentary ways that it works. Yeah, there's
Because
different than almost
we had the one guy
Mm-hmm.
who played it that I remember. We had him in our clan, and it was fun.
Oh, I'm definitely playing it when we go to
You
property.
should. It requires you to sing a lot.
I don't care.
Okay,
I hope y'all like the sound of crappy singing.
that's okay as long as you're singing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Your crappy singing still does the same as the good singing.
Dude,
I
when I'm-
remember. So I remember like. I can remember "Life as a Highway" was one of the songs, but I don't remember what it did. I just remember that was one of the songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've thrown some suggestions out there for
Yeah,
different
Lean
things.
Have
on
you?
Me is
Yeah.
one. Lean on Me is one. It's you
Yeah.
gotta stay within 15 feet of them while they sing it, and if either one of you take limb damage, it makes them stop singing it, but it absorbs that limb damage. Like it makes you ignore that limb damage.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Somebody's Watching Me should bring people out of hide.
That's
it
pretty
does.
cool.
That's already in there.
Is it?
Are you talking? Somebody's watching me.
Yeah.
I
You
don't know
talking
if
about from the police?
Yeah.
Somebody's
I always feel
watching
like
me.
Somebody's watching me.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it's not that one, but it's every move you make.
Oh, by the police.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
You take every bow you
I like mine better.
break,
I'll be watching you. That one works too.
Can't
they both work.
You see
You
Wait.
belong to me.
where my
But yeah, it's kind of
heart
already
aches
been partially developed, and I imagine once we get out to property, we'll.
with every breath. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what my singing bard voice sounds like right there.
Thanks.
So kinda.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Then we have a comment from Heston. It says, "My favorite artist is Bring Me the Horizon. Their lead singer is Ollie Sykes, and personally, I think he'd be a Defender Warrior. As an artist, he's very versatile when it comes to music genres, and Defender Warriors get access to most weapon combinations."
Okay.
Interesting reasoning. And then I commented, and mine says Jack Stauber, which probably nobody who knows who that is.
Who dat? Tell me who that is.
That is a musical artist.
Just by himself? He's a solo guy?
Yeah, he's at a special on like, is it? Adult Swim. Adult Swim. He's at a special on Adult Swim too.
Does
He's
he have
he's
like a certain genre? Like what is he?
It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Okay.
It's already explained. Maybe I could put like a link to it or something in my thing. And then underneath that, it doesn't understand, I guess, what I'm even saying because it's asking me to translate it. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. And only your comment does that, which basically is.
It just moves the hyphen over. That's literally all it's doing.
Yeah, but I just want to point out that basically YouTube called you stupid, and only you.
Yeah, because it thinks I'm not speaking in English.
Right. Which maybe you're not.
Did I already say what he was? Jack Stauber,
Yeah.
Illusion and Obstruction Wizard. Yep.
Makes sense. Sounds pretty weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, and then the next one comes from Daveen,
Oh yeah.
and he puts Bob Seeger,
Mhm.
and he is thinks he would be a holy priest. You like how I'm talking about you, like you're not seeing
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. You want me to talk about it?
When he says, "When I think of," yeah, go ahead.
All right, so what it says is Holy Priest for Bob Seeger, and it says, when I think of Holy Priest, the first thing that comes to mind is like an old man with like a raspy voice, and that's basically the epitome of Bob Seeger, in my opinion. It's a cool voice, but it's a kind of a, whatever. And then I said, I love Bob Seger's music. This is exactly how I imagine him. So for me, Holy Priest.
And then the next comment comes from Valnier Greystone. It says Peyton Parrish, and he says probably a champion warrior. Does anyone know who Peyton Parrish is?
No idea. I've only liked some of these comments, so I'm going through
So
and
I guess
liking
we
them all
need
right now.
Need to look some of these up.
Yeah, I would probably recognize band names.
I've heard
over,
of
like, specific
Christopher
musicians.
Powell's from Sanity Switch. I've seen him live.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah. Fought the guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You put your fists up. Did you fist fight him?
I tried.
She said I fought the guy.
I tried, but you can't get that close to people, so he was lucky that day.
That's fair.
Or you just lit him up with a 1-2 combo, or what?
Yeah. I
Pop, pop.
threw a hammer at him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang. Okay. Violent. And then the next one comes from Trinity. It says Johnny Cash. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Probably as a rogue.
Interesting.
A rogue, huh?
I wonder where he gets Rogue from. I don't know what I would imagine Johnny Cash as, though.
Because
He didn't get it.
He's
He was
the man
kind
in
of a-
black.
He was just kind of dangerous, man. I don't know. I don't know if Rogue fits him, but I also don't know what class would. So
I think Rogue kind of fits though because he
He does have some
did things
slightly
that a lot of
religious-
other people didn't do.
That-
He
that's fair.
opened pathways for other people. Like he wasn't afraid to just do his own thing and not care if you liked it or not.
That's true. I do like some of his music. That's a good one. I find it interesting that Trinity picked Johnny Cash though, out of all the artists. Just interesting. Okay. Anyway.
And then the next one comes from somebody who I don't know where it is. Oh, is that Rose? Is that who that is?
Kira?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she says Nickelback and Ranger.
I get it. Do you get it?
Why Ranger?
Because nobody likes Rangers. Because you're a Ranger. And no one likes Nickelback. It's actually not true.
Really glad I asked.
Yeah. No, I think Nickelback's good actually. I hate when people hate on Nickelback for no reason. Like
You
they
hate when
sold
people
like
hate?
they sold an ungodly amount of albums. You're just hating because that's the popular thing to do.
Yeah. I think they're okay, but I do think a lot of their music sounds the same. It's
Yeah, but I could
difficult
say
to
the
tell.
same for Lifehouse, and I like Lifehouse.
Yeah.
So
And I also think that a lot of people don't like them because they were overplayed. Like the radio just played their
That's
music
true.
so much that it just got old really fast.
it's true. That's probably why some people are like Taylor Swift haters.
Yeah.
Her music is everywhere you turn. Everywhere.
It's not so bad now though because people make their own playlists and have their own music apps and stuff.
That's true.
Back in the Nickelback day, it was all
Radio. Yeah, that's
Sirius
fair.
XM and all that stuff. So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and then if a new song did well, they just played into the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last comment. So that's been North's
Free
Feedback
responses. Free
Oh,
frenzy
okay.
response
This
team.
is North's thing.
Dang.
So, all right, one more time. What is it? Just tell me what it is. Tell me the name of it.
Feedback Frenzy.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Right.
Okay.
North's Feedback Frenzy.
Woo! Does that make you feel better?
The woo?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you need a high five too?
Woo!
No. That's,
You want to high five yourself?
Wow.
No.
Come on. It'll make you feel better. Come on.
No.
You
Okay.
wouldn't even
The
high
ship
five
has
me.
sailed.
That hurt.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
now you're too
I'll
cool.
give you a high five.
Thanks.
Oh, wow.
We high fived a couple times at the haunted house too.
Did that hurt your heart? Because it hurt mine.
Yeah.
You just left me hanging.
We high-fived once at the haunted house, too.
Did we?
Yeah, once.
Are you
Do you
sure?
remember?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't remember high fiving you. I remember high fiving
Okay.
her several times.
Yeah. When we weaved through the lines.
We were weaving through the lines. She kept putting her hand out. I didn't want her to feel left out. No one was going to high five her.
A couple people did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even people I didn't even know. Sharing them germs all over the place.
Nice.
Yep.
That's how you get COVID.
Well,
COVID-19.
Yeah.
you can also get it from touching handrails.
Oh, I did a lot of that.
You can get it from licking handrails, too.
Yeah.
No, you can't. That's cap.
Oh.
Dude, when I was in boot camp, it was like a thing that they went
Boot
over.
camp?
Yeah.
For what?
The Navy.
You were in the Navy?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was like a whole thing. They had this big old spiel about how you should not touch the handrails because people don't wash their hands when they go to the bathroom. And
I mean,
there's
that's probably true.
constant outbreaks of pink
It's
eye.
basically just like people walking by that railing, just rubbing their genitals on it.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, I mean,
In theory.
they're poopy fingers, I guess. I don't know. But it was
Okay, butt
they
crack
had
in
to actually
generals.
address that with people. I was like, that's so disgusting.
Poopy?
And now I can't.
Poo poo pee pee.
I hate touching handrails now.
Yeah, that's kind of gross. No lie there. Do we do something else? Did we do all of our stuff already?
No, I got something.
She's got a segment.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. I'm super excited for this. What are
Me
we
too.
what are we at time wise?
39.
Oh, okay. All right. We can make this work.
All right. We don't have to do any kind of thing. I'm gonna go for it.
Wait. So,
Oh,
whoa.
what?
Time out.
No,
Skirt.
don't even know what segment it is.
Yeah,
How are we
there
gonna
has
put
to
a-
be a name for this segment.
how are we gonna put a chapter in
it's
there?
Mercer's
It's-
game segment. What do you want the name to be?
That's it. Mercer's game
Mercer's
segment.
maniacal menagerie of...
Menagerie.
Madness.
Madness. That sounds
Wow.
terrible. But I'm also
Let's
cool to go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Mercer's Menagerie.
of menagerie
Madness. Woo. That was bad.
Do you like that? Now you're gonna come up with your own.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have a week? Or it gets
Before that
worse.
sticks, yeah. We'll add another M word onto the end of it.
Oh, yeah. I
Wow.
like that.
I'm gonna take 27 hours to.
Meticulous? We can meticulous, whatever.
I don't
We'll talk about it
Molasses.
throughout the week.
I don't put that much thought into it. Meticulous. Don't need to put that in there.
Well-
Molasses.
This is our game, coming up with the name if you don't come up with one by next week.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll see.
All right. So for this
It's gonna
one,
be
I have
molasses if you don't think it up by next week.
I have a list of 6 things
Okay.
about the human body.
Okay.
4 of them are facts, and 2 of them are myths.
And this works for every human body?
Yes.
I mean, within reason.
Yes.
Okay. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a female or...
Correct.
Okay. I'm in. I'm going to be terrible at this game. I need a piece of paper. We got a quill around here?
Yep. Right behind you.
Oh, yeah. That's what I need. I got to focus up here.
There you go. You ready?
She
You
ain't
need one
getting
too?
nothing past me.
All right.
I got this.
In an adult human, 25% of their bones are in their feet. That was number 1.
25%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 2 is humans form the anus before any other organ.
Okay. I do need a piece of paper. I'm a dumbass.
Okay. You need a quill too?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right, hold on. I'm just going to put anus
Okay.
first. That's the only way I can remember this stuff. Okay.
Number 3 is hair and nails continue to grow after death. Number 4, tongue prints are as unique as fingerprints. You struggling over there?
Sort of. Some of them like make sense, like just make
Sorry.
sense, and then some of them like, dude, I don't know. I feel like I know which ones are true and which ones aren't, but we'll see.
Swallowed gum takes several years to pass through the digestive tract.
Gosh, that's tough because you always heard that growing up, but was that real? 7 years is what I always heard. 7 years.
Have
It
you ever seen the
feels-
Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yeah.
Where he hits him with like a sword or something, and the guy swallows his gum, and he's like, "That's gonna be in my digestive tract for 7 years."
I've seen the movie, but I don't remember that specific, so I'm just going to
Yeah.
put gum.
To be clear, I didn't say
Well, it doesn't
7.
mean-
I
that
said
doesn't mean
She
it's
said
true.
several
I know,
years.
I
We know
know,
what she
yeah.
said.
I was quoting the movie, but
And I was just saying what I'd heard.
All right, and the last one is when listening to music, your heart will sync with the rhythm.
what the hell?
And I can repeat whichever ones you need me to.
You know, honestly, I'm good because I wrote them down.
Two are wrong.
Yes, 2 are myths and 4 are facts.
All right.
Dang.
So
So now that you've heard all of them, do you want me to read them again and you can decide if
No,
they're...
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
You got
Unless
it?
he needs them. I know what I know. I mean, I don't know, but I got it here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna. Okay,
little
we're going with
confusing.
that.
You got a question?
yeah,
Okay.
because it says your heart will sync with the beat,
With the rhythm, yes.
with the rhythm.
You making fun of the way I talk?
Boom, boom, boom. Like your heart's just.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But
Maybe.
if you're listening to something that's like double, yeah, does that mean your heart's gonna be like do 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 while you're listening to?
Yeah, I don't know. That seems sus.
I mean, I don't
I'm gonna
think
be
it-
honest. I'm with you there. Oh, but then I would have.
Then I have one too many. Yeah. Once we settle on what we get here, we need
Okay.
to get where we can't change them. Whether the other person can talk about their reasoning.
All right, I'm good with it. I'm good. I've got mine. I don't think it's right. I think one of them's right.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Okay, I think I'm good too.
All right. So number 1,
Okay.
an adult human
Well,
in an adult
are
human.
we gonna make our guess? Can we,
Yeah,
can we
what
say
do
what
you
we
think?
guess?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. And then don't tell us if we're right. So I'm going to say the tongue thing is false
Okay.
and the music thing is false.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. What's 5? Read 5 to
The
me.
gum. That's the gum.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I have the gum
on,
is a
hang on.
myth
Okay.
and the heart sink is a myth, is the two that I have. So 5 and 6 are my myths.
Then I'll leave mine. That way we have a little bit of a...
Okay.
Okay.
You are wrong.
Cool.
Did I get both right?
On both?
No, you got one right.
Okay, and I'm guessing that
On
was
both
the
of mine
gum
are
thing.
wrong?
The gum thing was a myth,
The
wasn't
gum
it?
thing is a myth, yes.
Okay, so
Are
that...
both mine wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what that means... I knew the tongue
How
unique
does your
thing was
music
real.
sync with the beat? Explain this to me.
How does your heart?
Yeah.
Because it's the not like the rhythm and the tempo and all that. It's like the bass beat, like doom doom.
But every song has
Like
the
2,
same
4,
bass beat.
1, 3. That's
Not
yeah.
necessarily.
Okay, yeah, she's on something. I've heard something about this too. That's why I chose it as
But
a
when
myth.
it's faster, okay, like, so when it's, because there's only 2, 4, 8, 16 or whatever, right? Like it goes like that. It's like do, 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 or do, 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 do. So when you listen to a song that's the bass is do, 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 your heart rate literally.
I mean, to be fair, like people
Or does
that
it
go to
still just
those
do the
like
every
EDM
other?
concerts and
Yeah.
stuff, I bet they have super high heart rates when
Yeah.
they're there.
Right, but if I'm just sitting there listening to music not at an EDM concert.
It takes acclimation though. It's not like you listen to it and within
It
30
takes some
seconds
time,
it
yeah.
syncs. But if you're listening to music, your heartbeat will sync with the rhythm of
I feel
the
like you're
music.
just stuck up on this like a little bit too much.
Okay.
So now my
I'm fact
my
checking
new
this.
game
All right.
has
Keep going.
You
my
fact
new
check it.
game is to figure out what I know hair and nails is true. I know that.
Right.
That's a myth.
Yes.
Oh, it's
I
because
have-
your skin recedes. It's not that your hair keeps growing. It's that your rest of your body like shrinks.
Yeah.
And
Really?
then it pushes. It makes it look like they grow, but really they don't.
So that one tripped me up real bad because I like that was I marked true on that one first. Like I was like, oh well, that's true.
I said, and you looked at me like,
Really?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like that surprised me. So hair and nails do not continue to grow.
No, it's your body dehydrates and shrinks up, which
Mm-hmm.
makes your hair and nails protrude further.
Oh wow.
But they
So
don't
if somebody
actually grow.
watered my body, that wouldn't happen.
They watered your body.
You know, like it kept me hydrated. You know,
I mean,
like a flower?
eventually you would decay, and
But you
it
would- yeah.
yeah,
would-
but you said dehydrated.
But you're not gonna reabsorb water if it's put on you.
What about in me?
Or is it gonna dump it down your throat?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the water wouldn't get carried to your through your bloodstream to your like. I don't think.
I'm not being serious.
Okay.
All right.
That's pretty funny. So that was a good game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was clever.
I didn't know when I was looking all this stuff up that humans form the anus before any other
that one
organ.
just made sense to my brain. That's the
Yeah.
only reason
I've
I did.
heard that before.
Yeah. So at one point in time, you were just an asshole.
Yeah, we were all
Well,
assholes.
how the hell are you going to eat and have like you can't go anywhere? Like that doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean? How are you gonna eat? You're connected to an umbilical cord, bro.
Yeah, and food's going in. It has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to use all of it.
So there's.
it makes sense that there's
two different type of. I think it's mammals. One of them forms the mouth first, and one of them forms the anus first. And humans happen to be the one.
Oh, I've seen the Human Centipede movie,
Gross. I've never seen it, but
but you
I
know
don't
what
want
it
Can you,
does?
can you explain the premise?
yikes.
Yeah. So in Human
Okay,
Centipede,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
that should be funny for our audience. At least the
I
ones that know
guess.
about the Human Centipede.
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Just
Is
Google it. Google it.
Don't Google it, and don't Google it on your family's computer, please, or phone or whatever. Well, I think that went pretty well.
Did you fact check it?
I'm still getting there.
Oh my.
How long does it take to fact check something?
Well, I was still talking and stuff.
You're still talking.
What the hell? Depending on the type, it changes between the type of music listening. Music is one of the few activities involved in the whole brain.
I mean, why don't you read it for everybody?
Okay. Your heartbeat changes depending on the type of music you listen to. Music is one of the few activities which involves using the whole brain. It is intrinsic to all cultures and has surprising benefits, not only for learning language, improving memory, and focus. See, this is why I didn't read it out loud, is because
Because there's a lot of
that's
stuff.
not relevant.
You know, the thing is, though, is this one of the reasons it doesn't surprise me a lot is because music does a lot of things for people that nothing else does. It elicits an emotional response from some people. Like it's for some people they can like go listen to music and like clear their head. Like it has a lot of really unique things that it does, and so it doesn't surprise me at all that it affects your heartbeat at all.
Right.
It doesn't surprise me at all. It surprises North, if you can't tell.
Yeah, I am surprised at this.
You would be surprised the amount of things that he fact checks that I talk to him about.
Is it just because like he doesn't believe you? He's like, oh, no,
he
just
just
fact checking.
needs the proof.
Should
That's
I
crazy.
not?
He just needs the
I
proof.
Should I
mean-
just assume that everything you say is absolutely correct?
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like she probably did the research she needed to do for this game. I trust her.
Okay.
Maybe fact check it after the podcast. Maybe.
All right. It looks like that pretty much is the case, I think. But I am still a little confused here about how that would work if the music is really fast. Like, it's just going to make your heartbeat go really fast.
Is that a little like a loud car driving by? What is that?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do you know what I
don't know.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
We understand what you're
when
saying.
when I'm
but
listening to a song, right, and then I listen to another song, like I don't feel like if that one song, even if it's like a little bit more, you know.
But again, it takes
Going.
time. It takes time, though. How much time? I don't know.
Well, okay. So you just have to listen to the same.
Maybe
type
for an
of,
hour.
Now I'm
I don't know.
thinking about it really hard.
Okay.
The same song.
Sure. For an hour, it probably would affect your heartbeat.
Okay. I mean,
Probably
maybe.
affect your mental status too.
Yeah.
That's probably true too. Especially if it was like an artist you didn't like. Then your heartbeat would really start to. Because you're getting mad. You know what I mean?
I just want to say that I'm beating you in fantasy football.
Yeah, and he like didn't even set his lineup. He's got like injured players in
You
there.
didn't set your lineup.
Dotson didn't. Dotson got 0.
No.
He got a goose egg, and I'm still gonna lose.
Yeah, that's right. Because my team's that good.
Or I'm that bad. Those are your options. And I'm starting to feel like it's the latter.
Maybe.
I also had like in my other league, I had it 1, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose now. So that's fun.
I haven't looked at it.
I
looked
have
at
no
it
idea
all
how
day.
you're doing.
Me neither.
I only checked my own stuff. Like
I'm honestly not even sure who I'm playing this week. I know I set my lineup.
He
though,
didn't know
'cause
either.
I do that on Wednesday. So
but that's okay. Anyway, so is that all we got for today?
Yes.
Let's get out of here.
well, we hope you keep listening.
And
We hope you keep fighting in the name of our town of Darvishan.
and
We hope to see you all next week.
bye.
Question is, if you could be a character from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, who would it be?